With a shovel in hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, you know. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hi, MJ. How you doing? Here's AP. Welcome, welcome.
It's a
Hi, Mr.
circle now.
Q. I kind of forgot to unmute myself. My bad. That's okay. At least it didn't go on for long. I caught it right away. Well, MJ caught it right away. How you doing, AP? How was your July 4th?
Uneventful.
Yeah.
Just had some good food and then sat and played Stellar Blade the entire time.
Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Is like a space thing or is it like an actual flying thing?
Neither.
Oh, okay.
It's so Stellar Blade takes place on Earth in like a post-apocalyptic type situation, like many years in the future.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
play an airborne ranger, basically. That's called an angel by everybody in the game. And you drop down. She's the character you play is Eve. She's a pretty sexy woman. If you look at the character model from where it's from, Korea, makes me want to go to Korea. But yeah, no, your character model is a pretty sexy woman, and she's a pretty badass, strength wise and everything. Like so. But she
Okay.
gets a sword and you whip the hell out of people with the sword, and or in my case, because my hand doesn't work all the time, I get my ass kicked by the enemies constantly.
Oh,
So,
well.
but it's fun.
That's yeah. Like I tell someone else, if the game weren't annoyingly hard at points, it wouldn't be worth playing.
True.
They
But
just
when
gave
it's
it to you the entire time. It wouldn't be fun.
right, but when it's more difficult because your hand's not working and you can't hit the block button.
Yes, I have been told that as well.
Yeah.
I
Then it
am.
gets real
Yeah,
bad
he's
if
got
my right hand
extra.
doesn't work.
He's got special things so that he doesn't just have to use the keyboard and mouse, I guess, to help with his fingers. Hi, Tubi Flair. How
Yeah,
you
they
doing?
make what is it? It's like a handicap controller. There's a word for it. I'm forgetting off the top
Yeah.
of my head.
I'm not sure if it's
Uh,
necessarily or specifically a handicap controller, but I know he's got like the half board. Um, and I thought yeah, I was under the assumption that his mic or his mouse rather had more buttons than normal. I could be wrong. I could be
yeah,
completely wrong.
they have that too. Like my mouse for when I play Hogwarts, I have a 7 or an 8 panel mouse. So there's 8 buttons on my thumb.
Okay.
Instead of just your normal forwards and
Interesting.
backwards that I have on. So I can switch the side panel out.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, because I've got ton of a whole ton of buttons on my mouse that I have no idea what they do, except I occasionally bump one and it X's me out of whatever I'm doing, but I'm
yeah,
accidentally bumping it. So I don't know which one
right.
it is.
You can, you can go in and program it if you wanted. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the settings.
yep.
Okay.
Like my keyboard that I have,
Mm.
7 game modes, um, and then the left side, I have 5 game keys per 7 game modes. So I have 35 or, yeah, 35 different, programmable keys.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's that's way too many for me.
Yeah, and then I have another
That's for pro
side
gamers.
panel to my mouse that has 14 individual buttons, but that's too many for me to keep track. So,
Okay. Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's bad enough the hand-eye coordination. Um, i.e., I have none at all. um,
yeah,
yeah. So there's that. Um, but there's just too many buttons on the mouse on top of that. It's just ugh. I'd be pushing the wrong one all the time. The only reason I was ever any good at all, or rather, I wasn't good, but the only reason I lived on DayZ was because we ran the server, so we could give me dog mode or god mode while I, you know, tried to practice with the controllers. But that only happened a
gotcha.
few times. I wasn't very good.
Well, I mean, you do what you do. It's whatever works to win, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that was the
Uh,
nice thing about Daisy. There was no winning or losing. It was, purely hang out and you can like see how long you can survive, or you can go out there guns blazing and see how many people you can take down, or, all the really fun stuff.
right.
You could
Yeah,
take
I
each
wish.
other out.
Right, exactly. I wish I could use my keyboard for my left hand, but when my hand doesn't work, my fingers curl and I
Okay.
can't press buttons.
You can't
So,
press buttons. Hello,
um,
Dom's coming in Rumble with the dollar saying must have coordination for masturbation. Not necessarily true.
speaking from experience, no, not at all.
Sometimes being offbeat is good.
Yeah,
Hello, TV Flair. How you doing? Uh, Talking about MJ's cute kitty. She's a big cat. Yeah, she's a really pretty kitty. Here, let me throw it up so you guys can see. Very pretty looking kitty.
nice.
Um, yeah. And yeah, so you didn't really do much, you just barbecued? That's pretty
Um,
much what I did minus the barbecue for Canada Day, so
yeah, well, my brother cooked. He's a very good cook. I
oh good.
can't stand long enough to cook.
Right.
But yeah, he made some burgers and venison summer sausage, and it both
Oh
were
yeah.
amazing. So
Oh yum. Yeah, that does sound amazing.
I shouldn't
Yeah.
say he made the venison summer sausage. He heated
But
it on the grill.
he
'Cause
cooked it on the grill.
yeah,
Yeah.
he made. But regardless, yeah, it was good. Um, and
That's
then
good.
the entire month I've just been dealing with my body getting really, really tight. So
Hmm. Well, and that I guess will happen because of the heat, or the heat doesn't make that
no,
any better.
I think all the damage that's been done to my spine is catching up to me. So, um,
I see. Yeah, that
yeah,
sucks.
it's it's not
Yeah.
feeling too good. I'm in hell right now. I don't feel too good. So my
Yeah.
left side of my chest, center to the left side, and then my left arm is in pain right now. So, which is
Mm.
all indicative of a heart attack. But I checked my pulse reading on my watch, and my circadian rhythm, or sorry, my sinus rhythm is in perfect sinus rhythm. So
Okay, yeah.
it's not a heart attack.
So it's not a heart attack, it's the MS. I get to play that game too. Is this just me being, with my normal sicknesses, or is this something on top? That's why I left the one tooth for way too long. I ended up having to go to the hospital every 12 hours or something like that, 24 hours, going to the hospital to get my IV drop or drip. It was, yeah. I think I spent 2 weeks doing that. It was once a week or once a day. I would have to go to the ER and get my IV drip done. It got so infected, but yeah, I
Yeah,
blamed it on the fibro.
that's crazy.
That's what it normally is. So yeah,
See,
yeah,
I can not that I'm, saying I'm better than anybody, but I can handle pain, a
yeah,
lot of pain.
yeah,
But if it's in my jaw and my teeth, I am the biggest crybaby bitch on the planet. So
yeah,
I cannot handle it in my jaw.
yeah. It's one of the nice things about having fibro and having it like basically my entire life. Um, I can handle a lot of pain. I don't want to. I really, really, really don't want to.
Yeah,
I can handle a lot of pain though, because I'm used to it being, something somewhere is very upset with me at all times.
right.
You know, and then there's the muscles that tighten up to react against the pain that it can't actually fix. And yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. So occasionally I completely ignore tooth pain, assuming it's from the fibro because I clench. I don't grind my teeth, but I clench them. My teeth, it's like lockjaw. I close up and that's it. And they just, you know,
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
yeah.
When I
So
get bad headaches, that's what
yeah,
I do. I grab 'em I don't grind either, I just
it's just
shut my jaw real tight.
yeah, it's the pressure of the tooth pushing on tooth straight up and down. It's just, yeah, it's horrendous. So I do that because of the fibro stuff, and just ignored it. So yeah, don't ignore your body, chat. When
No,
it's
definitely
something
not.
different, make sure because you never know.
Yeah.
Hello, Bishop. How you doing? Hello, D. What? How you doing? He's saying, "My God, that sounds amazing." The venison, right? That
It
sounds
is.
phenomenal.
I have some elk that I need to purchase here soon too,
Ooh, nice. Um,
'cause I'll never go hunting for elk. So
do you don't you guys like have elk? It's just called something different?
no, elk is called elk.
Oh, okay. Well, because
Moose is moose, elk is
yeah,
elk, a mule
and then there's
deer,
different types of deer.
Sitka, Columbian blacktail, whitetail, those are all of it is venison, it's just you differentiate elk and moose from the
Oh,
other
okay.
venisons.
Okay, I did not know that. I
Yeah.
know you always differentiated moose, but I did not know
It
that about the elk because we
yeah,
got a lot of it here. Well, not here specifically, but where my mom grew up. That's where they hang out.
yeah. Well, you guys have the Roosevelt elk well, no, you have normal upland elk or mountain elk. Roosevelt elk is like New Mexico, it's the bigger subspecies,
Okay.
um, which is kinda weird because Roosevelt elk being larger bodied, it should be larger bodied the further north you go, but they're actually
Yeah. They actually
giant, in New Mexico.
interesting. Hmm.
They all taste great regardless.
Yeah, usually that's what I've been told. Mr. Q says we made over $4,000 worth of meat alone, over 120 people 3 days, so not bad. No doubt. No doubt. See,
Like,
that's what I need to do here is I need to connect with local hunters here who can afford to sell the person on disability some whatever levens or what have you, that I can pick
right.
up so that I can have some fresh meat too.
See, it's illegal for me to sell elk or sell any, wild game in Michigan.
Yeah, it honestly, it probably is illegal here too. It's, you need
Well, I don't know about Canada, you would probably know more. I just know in my state, you can't go and hunt an animal and then sell the meat.
gotcha.
Um,
Yeah.
I can give it
I
away
don't
in droves, but if I'm paying as much as I pay to hunt the damn animal, I'm not giving it away.
That's true too. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I've ever had any of that sort of stuff is, because my mom's best friend growing up, he was a hunter, but they didn't have a large enough, ice, like, freezer, so we got whatever they couldn't fit into their freezer would come over to us and a few other lucky people. It was really
nice.
great. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I typically hold on to it because the way there's no fat in venison,
Mhm.
uh, so the meat actually holds longer and frozen. But after
Okay.
it hits, like, the 2.5-year mark, I just make jerky from it.
Gotcha. Just to yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Lexi, how you doing? Hello Danielle, how you doing? Um, make sure I'm not missing anyone else. Nope, we're good. Okay. And then Dom over in Rumble said, did not say you had to have a specific rhythm, but unless you can orgasm while rubbing your knee.
Well, I don't that
And he's dotting. And then he says, is it illegal to sell wild game without a license to do that thing? It is not illegal to give a person the gift of wild game. It is not illegal for that person to gift cash back. Aha, I see. Thank you, Dom, for the Rumble Rants, Dollar Rumble Rants. That's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, I don't know anything. I am talking out my ass. More likely than not, it would be illegal for someone local here to go hunting and sell me some of that meat. I'm sure it would be illegal, just because it's BC.
right.
I'm sure they've got layers upon layers of permits and things that you need before you're allowed to, sell the extra meat to someone. My assumption, but
Heck, if you like wild boar, you just go down to Texas and shoot as many as you want.
well, that would, yeah. But then you got to get the wild boar back. Or you could be an American hunter and you could take tons of money from the Canadian government to come over to BC and fly in helicopters and shoot the wild boars here, um, instead of letting the local hunters hunt them. You know, that's always it worked out well for you guys last time, anyways. A whole bunch of Americans, I think they were military or vets or something. But they came out and got paid huge amounts of money to kill the wild boar.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, yeah. So when they're doing shit like that, more likely than not, a local hunter who drops a moose and has some extra wants to sell it to me would probably get in so much trouble. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just par for the course with
See
this place.
see, in Michigan, we have moose,
Yeah.
but just like mountain lion here, they try to say that they don't exist here in Michigan,
Mm.
but they do, and, I've seen one in the wild, and they're absolutely gigantic,
They are lovely,
and
aren't
they're
they?
illegal to hunt.
Oh, they're illegal there, eh?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
they're only found in one small spot of the Upper Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
So,
So I
it's,
guess, yeah, for your purposes, yeah. You wanna
yeah, and
leave it
there's only,
alone.
like, a herd of, like, 100,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
not gonna allow hunting. But they keep on
Interesting.
saying that, mountain
Don,
lion
over
don't
here.
exist south of the bridge, and they
Okay.
absolutely do. Because I have a friend whose aunt lives up in, like, near Gaylord, and
Okay.
she has a picture of her front field with 6 mountain lion in it. So,
Aw, that's cool. I
Hey,
mean, it's not
JK.
fun for the person who's living there unless you're savvy. But yeah, for me, it's nice where we used to hike Minnetonka Park on the coast. It's provincial park, and we used to go hike there and camp there, and all sorts of stuff as rambunctious teenagers. And there was a lot of animals out there that were allegedly not found there, but were definitely there because I've seen them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they keep on saying there's no wolves in Michigan. They're all over.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
you
we
know,
keep flying our wolves across the border into different places in America for you guys. You keep
yeah,
killing
currently
off your
Colorado.
populations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's retarded to be honest.
Yes, well.
Timberwolves don't they've always been north of Montana, like Montana and further north. The red wolf and the gray wolf, there's what's typically was in the lower contiguous. So let's
Okay.
not take the larger of the wolf species and drop it into an area where they've never been, but they're super intelligent.
Yeah. They'll find their
Like
way back. They
it,
could.
well, no, what they'll do is they'll expand in the area they're dropped in, and then they'll
Mm,
just destroy everything.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah, they're just supposed to cull the herd a little bit. That's what they're
yeah,
supposed to do.
that's
Hello,
what
JK
hunting's for.
Debug. How you doing? Hello, Lexi. I don't think I caught you last time. And then hello, Brian. How you doing?
What's up? What? Wait, we're circles.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah,
let's
it
try
screwed
something
me up too.
different. I really like this Banksy-esque photo of mine. So I figured, you know what, if we're circles, then I can see it more. I don't
Sure. I mean,
know.
hold on. Now this is
I
gonna
can put
bother
it
me.
back if you'd like.
No, it's fine. It's just now I'm bothered by
Oh.
the.
Lean meat. Now, if you can cook it right, chef's kiss. Yes, what? For sure. If you
Garlic
know how to
butter,
cook it.
bone marrow butter
Mm,
with a
There we
little
go.
bit of
That's a little,
garlic,
that's a little more
pepper,
centered.
and salt in it.
there you are.
Good stuff.
That's the one I meant to click on. Hey, JK. How you doing? Um, hello, Johnny. How you doing? And make sure I don't forget anyone else. Boop, boop, boop. No, I think we got you. I had a great Canada Day. Not at all what I had planned, but it ended up working great. Some of you guys know Libby, Jay Liebgott, and oh, there's a bunch of them in there. Any which ways, they do a music thing, and they did a special one on Tuesday for Canada Day, and it was really awesome. A whole bunch of us sitting in a voice chat on mute, chatting in the side chat, and we're just dropping links for Canadian songs, and it was awesome. We're so talented musically. It amazes me just
Don't
how
listen to her.
talented musically we are.
Don't listen to her.
One of the biggest
No.
selling artists of all time is Canadian. So
Justin
we had
Bieber. You're right.
they had 2 hours worth
Nickelback.
of Canadian songs playing. And then we came in and added in our own links. We went late and still had songs that hadn't been played yet. It was a lot of fun. How about you? What did you do for your 4th of July, Brian? Anything fun?
No, not necessarily. It was pretty relaxing though.
Well, that's good.
Didn't hear too many fireworks and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
Anybody
it
get
is.
shot?
Lots.
Sounds like
Sounds a lot alike, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we had like 4 mass events in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, for the first time in like 12 years, there's
Less than 7, true.
I think 4 people shot in Detroit.
Oh shit.
Oh, jeez. And is
They
that a
haven't
high or a
done it,
low?
That's the first time in like 12 years it's happened on 4th of July. Prior to the 4th of July, it's an
Yeah.
hourly occurrence, but for whatever reason, 4th of July, everybody would come together and not shoot each other. And then this time, I guess there was some people that decided to spout off at each other, and
Mhm.
guns came out.
Aw.
Yeah, it's one of those things where usually it's people catching strays, not
Uh-huh.
like 4 people at one event type of thing.
Yeah, I think
'Cause,
this was.
oh,
Yeah,
continue.
I can't. I don't know. I saw the news article. I shook my head, and I mean, it's fireworks. Pay attention to the fireworks. Stop hurting each other. You
Right.
know?
Usually it's like people being stupid and firing their guns off into the air because they don't understand gravity is the thing.
True.
Yeah.
And what goes up must come down, and that's kind of how I know a couple of people who caught bullets with their house.
Jeez. Yeah.
Luckily, it's not going at necessarily the same velocity as the muzzle velocity, so it didn't go straight through. It kind of got caught up in the shingles, but you'll catch them.
Mm.
Yeah, we had because I live pretty close to Inkster, and I can hear them making a ruckus every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say like June 29th, 30th, there was some fireworks going that weren't fireworks,
That
and
weren't
you can tell
fireworks.
the difference when a gunshot goes off. There's actually 3 sounds. There's the primer hitting when you're far enough away, the explosion of the powder, and then the report of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hear all 3 if you're far enough away. And it
Interesting.
started off with a bang, and then bang, 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 bang. And I was like, all right, well, just come down the street and I'll end this shit real fast.
Right.
So
But
I might be going blind, but I can outshoot most of the cops I know.
I don't know if that's because you got good cops or if you're a good shot. Or bad cops or a good shot. Don't know which one.
I'm a very good shot.
Okay, good.
Yeah. The 2 of the cops I know were snipers in the army. So
Oh shit! Father-in-law was a sniper in the Marines.
yeah,
Cool.
that was almost me.
Yeah, I
wanted to
was
go.
told things that I've always thought were just firecrackers and fireworks. Turns out they're gunfire here
Yeah.
where I'm
Mhm.
living. So yeah, I still don't know how to tell the difference when it's a firecracker and when it's a gunshot. But
Pitch.
in my mind, I just keep it as they're all firecrackers.
It's probably better for your sanity that way.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
it's just a
Well,
firecracker in a tube.
Stronger or weaker firecrackers.
Weaker. No, a regular firecracker's got more powder in it than a bullet does.
Depending on the round, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like 9.
If it's a shotgun, for sure.
Okay.
So,
Shh.
but
Damn it, you guys. We don't have any here in communist BC, but fireworks are still technically okay to use here. Don't talk about how they're stronger than guns because they're going to take them away from us so fast.
That's the thing. It's the tube problem of
Well,
you like, you pop a bullet in your hand somehow, you might lose a finger, but you pop a firecracker in your hand, you're going to lose 2
you
fingers.
lose your hand.
yeah.
Yeah, you take a chunk out. It's all about,
I just
the fact that
don't
one's cased.
don't bring it to their awareness. If they're not thinking about it, it'll slide.
It'll go by the wayside with your
Yeah.
shovels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
It's
it's a
my-
thing. It just hasn't been enforced yet,
Right. It's like my neighbors next door to me. Well, obviously, that's what the word neighbor says. They used to light off fireworks every year for 4th of July. They'd line the block just on their property and let off like 600 fireworks. And one day I was like, well, I have M80s and M100s. I don't need any more. Do you want them? And he's like, sure. And his son, thankfully, let go of the damn thing before it exploded.
You'll lose a hand. You'll
Yeah.
lose
But
a good chunk of fingers.
yeah, I hear screaming one day. I walk out, and this is back when I could walk. Go over there, and I was like, what the hell happened? He's like, man, dumbass almost blew his hand off. Like, well, I gave him to you, not him.
Yeah. Wait
He's
a
like,
minute.
no,
here.
he lit it before I could do anything, and now he's grounded for a week. Like, well,
And he knows.
Good, but also I apologize. I didn't mean to try and kill your son's hand. No.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
couple of folks in the chat saying hi to me, like D
yeah,
What, Mr. Q, and all them. It's great
I
to
was
see
gonna
y'all. Thanks
say
for coming to our
also,
favorite digger.
JKD Buck and Mrs. JKD Buck, congrats in a few weeks. They're celebrating 23 years of marriage. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
congratulations.
Damn.
That's awesome. Yeah.
My parents just celebrated, I think, 30 or something like that. 30 or
Nice.
35, something like that. Maybe it was
Nice.
40. I don't know. They're old.
They're old. You should see my folks.
My parents are the same age as your parents. We've talked about this. They're the
Yes,
exact
that's
same
right
age.
too. They're the same age.
But I'm
That's
also like
right.
20 years younger than you.
Exactly. You're way, way, way younger than me. Yes.
But yeah, the
That's
people in the
right.
chat are talking about the NASCAR race that happened in Chicago. Oh, that was a
Oh,
problem.
oh,
That's always a problem every year.
okay. It's a yearly thing then.
They've
That's
been
what I was
doing
gonna
it
ask.
every year for the last 2 years. Like last year, I think was the first year. And
Okay.
so, right next to the lakeshore, there's one major road called Lakeshore Drive. Everyone just calls it LSD. But they changed the name to something stupid because they like, oh, let's take like a black person's name and put it in front.
Oh, good.
So it's like Du Bois Lakeshore Drive or
LSD?
something stupid like that. It's I cannot remember what the heck the name is.
It's Du Bois LSD.
Nah, someone will put it in chat because I am just absolutely forgetting right now what the name of that road
That's
is.
funny.
But they close it down for like 2 weeks, and that is like a major commuter road into the city and
Wow.
out of the city.
Wow.
So they destroy traffic for 2 weeks or so just for this stupid fucking race.
See, they do that in Vancouver for the Indy. But it's well known and it's a very well orchestrated like a machine. Things set up and are ready, and then the day of they turn off the roads, and then as soon as the races are done, by the next morning all the roads are open up again, so you don't actually lose any time on the road except for during the race days.
What kind of race is it? Is it
It's the
F1?
Indy.
Yeah, they have an indie race up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because because of the road that they use is always pothole central because it's right on the lake, so you get like sinkholes and stuff sometimes or once in a while there
fun.
too.
Crazy.
Because it's right next to the water, the ground isn't super hard. They end up needing to fill in all the holes along the track, along with filling cracks along the track. Because this is NASCAR. This is like, these cars are not meant for anything other than perfect road.
A left turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're basically just only made for left turns. Unlike F1, which like Formula 1 is great. Like they've got like Teslas, and like my car is actually one of the cars that they sometimes use. Infrequently, it's usually souped up a little bit more. But like cars like that, like regular old street cars are used, not these really not meant for this car. So they're afraid people are gonna like fly off the road into the water, call it quits, cry a little bit, kill some people because it's going right by businesses.
That's awesome. We see, because it's so different where we do it here. Oh, I need to share it from this end. Sorry, I'm trying to share. This is actually 1997, the Molson Indy Vancouver. There we go. Streets of Vancouver. So these are literally streets that everyone uses every day. And then for, I think it's like 2 days, they shut everything down and they let us do this. And it's amazing. The 97 one, the reason I chose this one in specifically, I was working there. I was working for Quiznos. So nice. I was working there selling Quiznos subs and getting to watch the races. Loads of fun. I had I didn't know this, but my my future stepdad had my 2 stepbrothers or 3 stepbrothers with him. They knew the drivers. So one of my stepbrothers ended up catching a tire and rolling it all the way home. He took it with them on the SkyTrain. He wanted to keep it, and my stepdad told him, if you carry it all the way home, it's yours. And he was the youngest, just skinny, scrawny, but he did. He carried that thing on the SkyTrain. He carried it on bus, and he took it all the way home. So he still had it years later. When my mom and my stepdad met, he was still holding on to the stupid tire for my brother.
$10,000 souvenir he got.
Well, exactly, right? My stepdad didn't think he'd keep it, so didn't think it'd make it home. So, but yeah, so that's what we do in Vancouver every year. It's loads of fun.
If you pull me up full screen real quick,
blah, blah, blah.
It's pretty sweet in Vegas when they do it for F1 too.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing.
You're fine.
Click on that thing.
I don't know if it's gonna go back to square.
There we go.
It's not. Okay. Either way, this was a pileup that occurred at the Chicago NASCAR.
Here, just a sec. I got you. There you go. Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That was lap 3.
Wow.
Is Danica Patrick in it?
I wish.
Wow. That's awful.
See that rim right there that you see, the front and center? That thing's like $10,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not including the tire, just the rim.
Just the rim.
Oh.
So the hubs are like $30,000.
There. Yeah, that's
like $3 million.
Absolutely wild. The
if
amount
you want to
of
go back
money
to circles now, you can. I'm good.
That's okay. I'm used to it now, and this way I notice the cats are in it. So there you go. Yeah.
I apologize. My freaking body is killing me.
Yeah, you're gonna take
I have
off.
to go friggin' lay down or lean back, and if I do it here, I'll never be able to talk to you. So
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna have to bounce out.
Thanks for hanging.
For whatever reason, it got worse as I started sitting here. So
yeah,
the upright sometimes gets you.
I'm waiting for medication to kick in, but I took it a half hour ago, and it should, in theory, have already kicked in, and it's not. So
it's just yeah.
My aspirin kicked in. I had a pounding headache, but trying this new very low sugar, very low carb crap to try and get rid of inflammation, and it seems like it's just spiking all my inflammation.
It hurts in the beginning. It always hurts in the beginning. Doing like low carb or keto and stuff like that. In the beginning, it's always just sucks. It's always pain.
So you gotta fight through it.
Yeah, you get like there's like a keto shaking kind of thing you'll get too.
Yeah, it's called the keto flu.
That's it. Yeah,
and I've had it before. So I just take some exogenous ketones in a drink. But if I do that right now, I'm probably gonna throw up because my stomach is so tight right now, and it's not my stomach; it's my freaking rib muscles, my intercostal.
Yeah, it's the muscles, not the
freaking tight.
Yeah,
and all those supplements and stuff like that always make me feel like sick. The only one that really didn't was like the MCT oil powder and crap like that, which was like in my coffee, so that kind of helped. But it was
Never took that. I cook with coconut oil, which is literally the same thing.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm actually subsiding now that I'm bitching about it, but
it's always the way.
Hard as hell right now. My left arm is freaking tight beyond belief. So
yeah.
But I'll sit and lurk and I'll listen to you guys, but
yeah,
I don't want to take up too much of your time. I was going to ask Brian some questions about some 3D printing, but we'll do that next week if I'm feeling better.
Anytime, man. Even if you want to just slide into my DMs, I'll answer any questions anytime. I love 3D printing.
Yeah, I have a few modeling questions. Well, I can do the modeling because I do it for work, but yeah, which printers, what filaments, what temperatures, all that crap. Basically, I break down what to do afterwards because I have. Sorry if Wild's here and everybody. But I have a firearm idea, like part idea for a new shotgun thing. So
Okay,
I need it 3D
sure.
modeled, and I don't want to pay. What was it, like $25,000 for the initial
Oh my god,
aluminum creation? So
Oof.
is it an NFA item?
no.
I'll print it for you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like if I can get it modeled, but I have to buy the shotgun first. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that and then model it up and then yeah, because I've got a printer that can print the hell is that printer bed size? It's like 300 and something millimeters by 300 something millimeters.
oh, we're not even talking. We're not even talking that big.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
mean like mine's like
talking.
helmet class, so like I could 3D print a helmet with it. So
Gotcha. I'm only looking at maybe about 3x4 max inches.
inches or feet?
So
Okay.
100 and what is it? 120 by
Oh
what
yeah,
is it?
easy.
96 or whatever the hell it is in millimeters. So
Fuck yeah.
Easy peasy.
yeah, it'll be simple. I just got to model it and
Mhm.
do all the crap, and then once I get that, then I'll.
Depending on what it is, there might even have a model for it already.
There isn't. So
Oh, you
thankfully,
looked?
yes, I've been looking because if there is, I have to steal somebody's patent from them. But if I can get
Ah,
it patented prior, I can make a shit ton of money. So
based.
Hmm.
Do it. Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
all right, guys.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
I'll
you
talk
have
to
a
you
great
later,
evening.
AP. Feel better.
I will try. I'll be good.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
MSO is coming in saying hello. Same with Clockwork Rex. Hello. How you doing?
Hello.
Kroger stand, free groceries though.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
duct tape. There it is.
Because the car that was in the front was Kroger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Laura. Hello, Laura. How you doing? Just a quick hello to say hope you're all good.
See?
Aw,
Kroger.
thank you, Laura.
Kroger.
Oh, right there. Okay, I see it. Kroger. Yes. Awesome. May I join in Clockwork Rex? Usually I keep it to people I know IRL. That way I don't have to worry as much. But
Yeah, they can't have people coming in and saying the N word.
yeah.
Only the D word is allowed here.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
you could say the N word, but I couldn't. But you could if
with
you
the
wanted.
soft A, you know.
Thanks for understanding, Clockwork or Clockwork Rex. Yeah, it's just safer for me if I know the people.
Yeah.
So yeah, what did you do for yours?
My fourth?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, okay, so on the 4th, I didn't do a whole lot because the
Okay.
day before I celebrated my wife's birthday. So we went out to excuse me. She wanted to do rotary sushi. So we got sushi and then went to the mall. I got this hat.
Oh, okay.
It's Spider-Man.
Okay, yep.
And then and the shirt because we went to Hot Topic.
Nice.
Because you know, they have great things there, but oh my god, everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
Then
I've
other
never
than
seen
that, I
one.
didn't do a whole lot. Oh, we saw you ever heard of the band Chicago?
Yes.
There's a small little indie group.
Yeah, I don't know. Many people don't have heard of them, but they did a song or two.
Maybe a couple. You know,
Yeah.
when I was 25 or maybe 6 something 24, I don't know. Somewhere in there. They were playing at Ravinia, which is a North Shore concert venue.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'll be honest, it's bougie. It's meant for like the rich people. And it's like right in like the ritzy kind of area. So we ended up wife and I got tickets from my parents because they were going to go, but they were like, nah, we're just gonna go to Vegas instead. Do you want the tickets? I was like, sure.
Okay.
So what is it, Saturday, I think? Yeah, Saturday night we went out to see Chicago in concert. We were sitting in the back of the lawn, just chilling, listening to the music. It's great.
Nice.
It's great. Absolutely wonderful. And then I think yesterday we just didn't do anything either. We just kind of relaxed, did some cleaning up around the apartment.
Yeah. That's nice. Hello, Darth. How you doing?
I've heard of Boston. I've never heard of Boston.
Clockwork Rex is saying, have you ever heard of Boston the band? Yes, I have.
Are they like Chicago?
I don't. Same era, I believe.
Brass band though, like, you know, trombones, trumpets, etc.
No. Okay, maybe I'm thinking Chicago. I might have mixed up with someone else. I was going to say, have you ever heard of Chilliwack?
Mm-mm. They're not like Chicago, but
they're like Boston more, like an 80s,
no, they're like Boston's
80s
like
rock.
Boston.
Yeah.
Chilliwack or whatever the heck you're talking about.
Chilliwack.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. No, I've never heard of Chilliwack before, but
Okay, Boston the band. Formed in 1975 by Tom Scholz, and they're like a rock band. Yeah, I'd say 80s rock would be them perfectly. And then
more than a feeling. Hold on.
Yeah, we got to remember Brian's young.
Brian
didn't exist
young.
until the late 90s. So and Chilliwack the band was active from 1970 to 1988, same time period. Canadian rock band.
I know this. I know this. Never mind. All I had to do was like hear like 2 seconds of this group. I know Boston.
You would recognize the song for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My parents are rather old, so like I do know things. I just don't know things.
And Chicago is an American rock band. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I did have them all pegged in the right. Rock and roll band with horns. See, you threw me. You started talking about horns like it was. I was starting to think it was more of a brass band sort of thing. Hello, Kaiser. How you
brass
doing?
Bands.
Well, you know, orchestra.
About Boston, and you're like killing me over here.
I'm sorry. I was looking them up.
Like one of my favorite bands ever. Yes, I am. I love the old man bands. Excuse me.
I do too, and my stepdad also loves them. He and my mom. Yeah.
It may or may, some of those bands may or may not get referenced in my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to them. Darth is saying Boston was one of my mom's favorites. Look up the song More Than a Feeling. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Foreplay Long Time. That's a good one. Classic. Yeah. Third Stage. Cool the Engines. Oh yeah. Peace of Mind. Their rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Chef's kiss.
Okay.
God, I love
Chef's kiss, by the way. Hey, Brian.
Yes, dear. Oh, you got it! Let's go!
I thought I saw the outline. I wasn't sure.
Dude, I'm rocking the solo leveling today.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Nice.
God, I love it. I love it so much. I was thinking about getting that shirt. I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Woo-woo. Nicely done.
My giant man boobs. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. ELO, Earth, Wind, Fire. There's Pink Floyd would have fit in there.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is playing at the Ravinia too, along with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh, I didn't get to tell you guys. I got a surprise that happened last weekend or last week. Yeah, weekend. Yeah. So my boss, crazy enough, she and her husband got sick, and they had concert tickets, and they're like, "Hey, you want them?" I'm like, "Yeah. Who's playing?" Weird Al.
Oh, you got to see Weird Al?
Me and my brother went and saw Weird Al in concert.
Oh, that's awesome. I know a few people that went to see him. Lucky Butters.
Amish Paradise live.
He's also playing at Ravinia. I have video.
Ticket
prices. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, he's touring this summer, and I know a bunch of people who have caught him or are going to see him. And yeah, I'm very jealous.
Yeah, I did not expect. I mean, I wanted to see that show so bad, but I was not expecting to get it. And then my boss is like, "Hey, we're sick. You want tickets? Because we can't use them." Like, shit, yeah. And they're like, "Yeah, it's $40 a pop. We'll just get me back whenever." I'm like, "Cool."
Nice.
And then
Awesome.
parking was fucking $30, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for parking,
Yeah.
we ended up having to park. Okay, so Ravinia it's basically in Highland Park, which is a town. However, it's way on the western side or eastern side of Highland Park. If you go to the western side, you get into the downtown.
Mhm.
That's where we had to park, and then we had to take a bus all the way over because all the parking lots were filled. We were like 3 miles away from this place.
Oh man.
We used to do
Yeah,
that.
but you guys
We'd,
have public transit though.
yeah,
we do.
we'd park at the SkyTrain in Lougheed SkyTrain station, which is like 10-15 minute drive from our homes. And so we'd park there, and then we'd SkyTrain down to Vancouver and watch the shows and what have you. And then we catch the last cabs going off shift, going back our way to drop us back off at the car.
Can we pull up Los Federales real quick?
Hello, Los Federales. How you doing?
Ah,
no!
Nice! Johnny's my power bottom, you asshole.
Johnny, if you are listening right now, you might want to look at the screen.
Also,
I'll leave it up for a few moments.
That is not the correct pride flag, my friend.
It's like they get nuclear every year.
Hello, Fullen. How you doing?
No, because he forgot a very, very, very specific part of the flag.
Oh,
where is it?
Where
is it? Copy or save image
not
as
the baby blue and powder pink colors.
Oh no! I think those are already on there.
My friend,
Yeah,
you're
added
missing
those in the wedge or
you're
whatever.
missing like the best part of the pride flag, and I hate you for it. My friend.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So Mr. Q's one of the people I know that went to see Weird Al, saying it was awesome.
You forgot the butthole. the butthole right here. You forgot the butthole.
Most important part.
The most important part.
What are you doing?
What is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
How you doing, Los Federales?
It's called the Progress Pride flag, and that circle is supposed to represent sex workers.
Oh. Hello, Max. How you doing?
Hello!
OMG! What is happening, my man?
Hey, man. How are you?
Good.
Max, it's great to see you.
Empty. Oh, it's empty. Sorry. Well,
I gotcha.
I had coffee. These are not mints. These are my nicotine pouches. I hide them.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, you like your
A
nicotine
fellow
pouches.
Zen man. Gotcha.
No, it's not Zyn. They don't sell Zyn in Japan.
Yeah, I know.
You can't buy those.
Same idea, though.
Philo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like them? You like Zyn?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And yesterday, oh wait, it's done. I finished
I like
it yesterday in Japanistan. Found this.
Nice.
Found a Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, but if you want to be a real Chad, you have to have Mountain Dew and you have to have like real tobacco, like Copenhagen or Skoal, right? Yeah.
Right.
Then you're cool.
But Max, I gotta ask you a question though, because it's just very important. Why, when we dropped the second nuke, did Japan go crazy?
What do you mean they went crazy? Okay,
How in the hell did they come up with an anime character that is a literal vending machine?
What do you mean? What vending? What's that?
That's an anime character.
Yeah,
It's a vending
sent that to
machine.
you before there,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
Brian. I sent that to you.
Let me find it. I'm trying to find it. Okay. I mean, the decision for the second nuke was this. It was
No, I want to hear this.
I actually don't like Hiroshima's whole, in Japanese, higaisha ishiki, like the victimization thing. They're going, oh, no more Hiroshimas and never, because it was the number 2 headquarters for the Imperial Army, and it was a military target. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, I feel sorry a little bit for Nagasaki because you wanted to just kind of make it clear, find some virgin unbombed territory and do it. So 1st they selected Kokura, which is nearby, but it was cloudy. So then they went over and did Nagasaki. And so
there, but for some cloud cover, Nagasaki would have been fine.
And of course, now Nagasaki is right by. You have a naval port and everything else, but end of the day, it was kind of like, geez, you know, you. And also, the people of Nagasaki didn't go crazy. In fact, back in the 90s, I think one of the mayors said, you know, you got to blame Emperor Hirohito a bit. And then some guy tried to stab him or shoot him for saying that. How dare you? You know, this is all the effing Americans. You know, how dare you suggest that the God Emperor was somehow to blame for all this? You know, and so that's Nagasaki's view. And sorry, that's not Nagasaki's view. That was the
Emperor's
extreme right wing. Yeah, the extreme right wing, and so that's why I have a bit of sympathy for Nagasaki. But at the same time, if you look at all the numbers, and you know, they have this whole thing like, oh, it's terrible, the horrors of nuclear war, never again, blah blah blah. Well, look what happened with the Tokyo fire bombings. You know, Curtis LeMay, they were attacking just like Dresden. They're attacking civilian targets. Bing bang boom, and they had bodies on fire, air sucked out. They had piles of, and you had, I don't know, estimates as just as many, if not more, hundreds of thousands of dead bodies in Tokyo. Yeah. You know,
should we talk about the bat bombs?
Okay, yeah, those are interesting. They made their way both to the U.S. mainland and also Australia. You know, but then you had, but then now you have this thing, this joke, this always going. You should have done a third bomb, and I'll just put it out. Look, both the type of radiation that you get, the kind of instantaneous. You can go to Hiroshima, you can go to Nagasaki. You're not going to get radiated.
Yeah, it's because they were airborne.
You can't go to Chernobyl. You can't go to Fukushima because, you know. So here's the thing: if you were to use tactical nukes, like say Russia decided to use it in Ukraine, and they'd be the size of, say, even smaller than Hiroshima or Nagasaki. You know, this tiny. You would not know. No one would be certain whether it was a nuclear bomb or not for 48 hours or even longer. And even then, there's plausible deniability, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So, look, if we weren't able to destroy the Iranian nuclear facility, say, we didn't go deep enough, right? And use a tactical nuke. And they could say, use a tactical nuke. Really?
That sounds like a bunker buster to me.
We need a committee on that because didn't you have nuclear shit there? It could have been from there, you know? Plausible deniability, right?
Well, I mean, we've got the GBU. What was it? GBU 28, which is the MOP. You know, which is the 30,000 pound bomb that we dropped on Iran's bunkers. Yeah, those things are rated for way deeper than you think. I mean, you want to talk about penetration? America's batting 1,000. Let's come on.
Oh, I like talking about penetration. Let's go.
It's how you communicate it. So, defensive strategic communications. This is the latest from NATO. Everything communicates. Yeah, but I just don't understand some of the articles here. One of them, I think it's a Japanese woman wrote. She goes, "Change through resonance in classical ballet." I just haven't read it. I'm just going, okay. I think that's a lot of wank right there, you know.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Because this watch is a Seiko. It's an automatic, so it's
right. Yeah.
Just put it on your right hand; it'll recharge itself. You know.
It's my G-Shock. This one is from the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you actually have two watches on at all times?
Yeah. Like, this is my daily driver. I like this one. This is a Seiko SNF X79. And then I got this as a present. This is a G-Shock.
Okay.
It's solar.
The old classic G-Shocks.
It has this little atomic clock setting, so radio, whatever thing. And it's stupid, though. You can do it by Bluetooth. I don't need Bluetooth on this. And so then if you have to go into and check everything in the skiff, they go, oh, you got to put that in the skiff. I said, it's not like it's communicating like Dick Tracy.
Right.
You got to put it in the skiff. So that's kind of gay. Yeah.
My boss calls my watch the Dick Tracy watch. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's just like one of those like fossil like Samsung smart watches. And I'm like talking into it, set timer for 30 minutes. And he's like, get off your Dick Tracy watch and get your ass back in the lab. And I'm like, fuck. I got 30 minutes, boss.
I think the next one I'm going to get is maybe a Garmin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Garmin watches, those are nice. I have one of those too. I got it as a free gift for not having any OSHA recordables.
So this is for you. See, can you read?
No, I can't read.
No, I can't read. I'm illiterate.
That said, if confronted, admit nothing, deny everything. What is it? Demand proof. And then 4 is make counter allegations. And 5, accuse someone else.
Kaiser did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the default setting.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You probably hear that a lot.
I do, actually. That's the sad part.
That's how my little brother and I were
this weekend.
growing up.
Yeah?
That's how my brother and I were, growing up. Yeah.
Did you have breakfast already? This looks like dog poo, but this is all crumbled up.
Okay.
I haven't opened it. I think it's like a brownie.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a brownie or something?
Brownie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So if I have it all over my face, it's not what you think.
It's okay.
Shut up, Dazzer.
It was Brian. We all saw him do it, right? Right?
Yeah.
You see, now that he said that, though, I mean, you could just yell hate crime, and he's got to go to jail.
It's true. It's true.
Yep, that's
just saying it because I'm black.
Oh yeah, so this Mountain Dew has Japanese on it. So
that's cool.
Down there, yep.
That's neat.
How can
So? What kind of sugar is in it?
I don't know.
Is it cane sugar or the old what's it?
Corn syrup?
High fructose corn syrup?
Yeah.
The Japanese invented high fructose corn syrup.
So it's that one.
That's why I'm asking.
From the 1970s, remember Coke Classic or New Coke or whatever? New Coke?
Yes.
They started putting it in, and it's in your food supply, and it's probably a reason for the kind of
a lot of the obesity and the
we know it's how I'm here.
Type 2 diabetes and everything.
Yes.
Remember, the Japanese invented high fructose corn syrup. And also,
great. So I have two things
in the
I can blame y'all on.
1930s, they perfected 2 methods of making methamphetamine. Japanese. I mean, the Germans were innovating that, but the Japanese perfected like the process for ice. So when you think about it, yeah.
You've been killing the world
for 2. That's 2 for 2.
Japan #1.
And wait a minute, they called one of the bombs. What was it? Fat Man.
Yep, the Fat Man.
Yeah.
First one, August 6th. Yep.
Yeah. So I there's your conspiracy there. We got all the today is the 3rd.
Okay. So people understand.
Dickhead.
Oh yeah. Today is the 3rd anniversary of the assassination of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe.
It is.
Oh wow.
He was killed December 8th, 2022. But remember, in 2016, he did the Mario thing. Yeah, so Mario. Yeah.
I have a Pikmin hat somewhere, and I don't know where it is.
I left my good hat downstairs. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna wing it.
I know what Kaiser likes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the classic Fantasia, the original, yes, of course.
Yes.
I mean, that was back when Disney was doing something at least halfway decent.
Yeah, well, they were still being perverted, but they were better at hiding it.
I mean, the original Fantasia, if you've seen the 35mm original print, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's tits and butts in it.
There's
Oh, my friend Brett just messaged me. He's the editor and publisher of TokyoReporter.com.
Okay.
Almost exclusively crime stories, about news about crime in Japan that often doesn't even make it into mainstream Japanese news, like if it happened out in the boondocks, let alone English language press. So he puts it out there. And so he just did a non-crime story, and he said, what did he say? It's kind of funny. It's Lawson convenience stores. They're going to start allowing people to stay overnight in their cars outside Lawson, for a fee.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of the increasing high prices of hotels or something. And
okay. So remote workers are allowed to stay in their cars,
something like that. Yeah, they have limited parking. But he said went a bit mainstream because he normally does crime, right? He goes, went a bit mainstream on car camping, but I'd say good odds a corpse shows up in one of those cars eventually.
Right.
Yep.
Always look on the bright side of things. Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life. And derailed.
That is one of the mottos of my life, honestly. Everything that goes around comes around, and always look on the bright side. No matter how shit life is, you can always find something to laugh at, especially in clown world. There's always something so ridiculous that it just, you have to laugh.
It was the life of Brian. And is that why Brian's camera is off? Yeah.
Yes.
He just
there we go.
Yeah. Hey,
now you're muted.
Do you like the life of Brian? Any more?
There you go. That's
good.
It's not wanting to balance is kind of the problem.
Well, yeah, you're not usually supposed to put your cowboy hat on top of your baseball hat.
On top of my earphones.
Yeah, that's not normally the way one would wear that.
Oh, hat. I don't have earphones.
I have to invest in earphones. I realized I'm spending more than 8 hours a day with headphones on now. It's starting to be ridiculous. And no matter how much I dislike the ear,
not really, no
pieces, because my sound is coming out of a speaker, out of these Sennheiser, the Sennheiser speakerphone. It's a round thing. It's normally used for conference calls for board meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I stole it.
So far, you sound pretty good to me.
Those things are great.
From my old company.
Oh, cool.
You said you stole
it. Hello, David Nelson. How you doing? D1 is saying, seriously, Max is extremely intelligent.
Hilariously intelligent.
Entire panel. And then, David Nelson comes in with hilariously intelligent, which is correct.
God, where's Johnny? Because he does the Alex Jones thing really well. Because it's like, actually, I'm kind of retarded.
Yes. He does have the invite, but he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it tonight. He's got other things that he needs to take care of.
You say he doing okay?
Yeah. Like, I mean, he's as good as always. He's just got IRL stuff. Right? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Mr. Q is saying, dang it, Brian. I need to be able to bring you to a rodeo. And if you do that kind of stuff, you're going to get beat up and I won't be able to help you.
Beat up or beat off? One of those two things is okay.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure you'd be getting beat up. I was actually telling Johnny about the Calgary Stampede. I was a child the last time I went to the Calgary Stampede. Yep. Well, I was a preteen.
Talking about as a Calgary Stampede.
The Calgary Stampede is like
there, boy.
Dude, it's a rodeo to beat all rodeos. It's also like an exhibition thing, so you get to show off your livestock. This is where people come to literally trade horses and cattle and all sorts of good stuff. It is so much fun. It's for people who like to party. You can drink and see tons of different bands live. And it's well known that if you're going to go to a show during the Stampede, more likely than not, people in the center of the room will be going pee and potentially poo on the dance floor because you can't physically get off. Apparently,
there's a really good song. It's a Canadian song. Well, here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. He's a one-ball man,
and he's off the rodeo.
Have you
Remember
heard
Yep.
that?
The rodeo
Try it?
song. Yep.
Below, and I don't give a fuck. Got a heater in my truck, and I'm off to the rodeo. Yeah, it's the rodeo song.
Here we go.
Stage goddamn who piss
So
me off.
you have I don't know if you still have it in Canada, but Canada had this, maybe still has this Canadian content rule in radio broadcast.
Oh, the
Yeah.
old CanCon rule.
Yeah,
Yeah,
CanCon. Yes.
And so
CanCon.
when in college, you know, you even if a college radio station still had to abide by that rule. So
Yep.
what guys I know did would they would say, okay, it's Canadian content rule, so they just play like Stomping Tom Connors all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, Tilsonburg, back to the lakes when I heard that word.
Yeah.
It's
Well, actually, that was how they ended up creating the crap, was the Rick Moranis and the other guy, I cannot remember.
Second City TV? No.
Yeah, it was on SCTV. That was because when they broadcast it to the US, there was like 2 minutes that they didn't have footage. So they had to add something in. So yeah, that was how Bob and Doug McKenzie came around, and that was, you know, their like whole shtick. And yeah,
Here we go. Because I don't give a shit.
if it's entertainment related, I mean. Yeah.
Barely in the showdown. Yeah.
Well, it's 40 below and I don't give a fuck. Got a heater in my truck and I'm off to the rodeo. It's elemental left and elemental right. Come on, get off the stage, you goddamn goose, you know. Piss me off, fucking jerk. Get on the nerves. Well, here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. He's a one-ball man and he's off to the rodeo.
Why?
It's elemental left and elemental right. Come on, you fucking let me get the right step right. Get off the stage, you goddamn goose, you know. Piss me off, fucking jerk. Get on the nerves.
Breakdown.
All right. I will stop it at that point because
you know,
I don't want to get yoinked off. But 1982,
well,
my
I don't
little
mind getting
brother,
yoinked off, but that's another thing entirely.
You boys
leave that
wouldn't
to your
mind,
wife.
but
Or me when I see you next. I mean, what?
1982, my little brother would have been 1 year old, so that we would not have been at the Stampede that year. But we did go when we were little. We did go to the Stampede fairly regular. My dad's baby sister married someone, and then the two of them moved to Calgary, and so we were forced, oh darn, to go visit family in Calgary for the Stampede every year. It was a hardship as a child, I tell you.
Oh darn!
You know who was born in Calgary on December 22nd, 1970? Oh, I didn't know he's that young.
Oh, yes, you asked me this before, and I wasn't thinking, but yeah, what's his face? Oh shit,
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. I was,
but his real name is Raphael Edward Cruz. Yeah,
yeah, but it didn't count because they were on diplomatic thing, right? One of his parents was a diplomat, and so that's why it didn't. Yeah, he was something like that. He was considered an American because
No,
yeah,
you're born in an embassy, then you're technically on
you're on that soil.
He actually he was born. No, Ted Cruz was born in Canada.
Yeah,
right. His father was not he left Cuba in 1957, right?
Yeah,
and so Ted Cruz was a Canadian citizen. He was born in 1970. And he got his Canadian citizenship through birth in 1973, and he naturalized as a U.S. citizen in 2005.
Oh, okay, I thought one of his parents was a diplomat because there's a rule that if you're born, or at least that's the way it works in Canada, if you were born in Canada to a diplomat, you're not actually Canadian. You're whatever.
No, his dad was working in the oil business. That's why he was in Calgary, right?
Oh, okay, interesting.
And they you know what, like, seismic data processing, so yeah, he And I'm thinking he was a Republican candidate for president, but
He was, yeah.
he was naturalized as a U.S. citizen in 2005. I don't know if that's right. Is that correct?
There you go. Diwata is saying he was an American born abroad. Okay, so there's a whole nother.
Wait a minute. No, he was Solicitor General of Texas. So I don't think that's right when they said he was naturalized 2005 because he was already serving
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought one of his folks was a diplomat, and that's what decided it.
But anyways, yeah, he was born in Calgary. Yep.
Okay.
1970.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Ted Cruz was born in 1970?
Yeah, he's 54.
Oh, gosh.
I thought he was older.
I thought he was a lot older, too.
Yeah.
That's way too close to my own age for comfort.
I was gonna say, aren't you like almost there?
I'll be 46 in exactly 7 days. Or sorry, exactly 2 weeks in 14 days.
Say you will die in 7 days, but that would not make any sense.
No. 14 days. I will be 46 and I will officially be in my mid 40s.
You're already in your mid 40s.
No, I'm still in my early 40s.
No, you're halfway through your 45.
No. In my mind, 45 is still early 40s.
Your mind
from
is
me, damn it.
No. Early would be like 40 to
44. Yeah.
45 is
I know.
mid.
All right. Well, then I've already been in my mid 40s for a year, damn it.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Old people. Ha ha ha.
Hey, I'm only turning 39 in a couple of months.
God, you're
no
old.
big deal. Oh, Danielle turned 41 today. Happy
birthday.
Congrats. That's awesome. Yay. I honestly, turning 40 was awesome. I expected it to be awful. And 40 really wasn't that bad. Because when my parents hit their 40s, that was middle age and they were halfway to dead. I'm in my middle 40s. And
you're halfway to dead.
No, but I'm not. Like, I'm still so alive. Like, it's funny. The perspective is what I'm trying to.
That's because you were born on the eve of the death of disco.
Well,
true. It's true.
Yeah.
I was born in absolutely the best year, because I still have that 70s. But I was a child of the 80s.
I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
I
I
like
honestly.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
That was more of the thing. Yes.
Puddles.
That's awesome. Happy birthday, Danielle. That's so cool. No one goes to 90. Mr. Q, my parents, I'm expecting to go to 90 because I'm not good to go with them going yet.
God,
so I've told them I
50,
expect
I'm
a couple
happy.
of decades still. That's just me. I'm really hoping they'll listen. Like they have any options. Oh my goodness. Well, that's too bad. I thought that song might pull him in for a minute, but it did bother him. He's almost finished. He was saying, I'm just at the last part of Endwalkers. He is playing this game that Brian also plays, Fiery does, and he's just almost at the end of one of the, like, I don't know, DLCs sort of thing.
Second to last expansion, we'll call it.
Okay, expansion. That's the word I was looking for. And he's almost at the end, and I've been watching him play it because it's even just sitting here watch it. There's so much walk and talk. It's all story, so I can sit and enjoy it as well. And he's almost at the end, and I can understand why he's not coming on here. He wants to play at the end and get to there. But I'm kind of jealous because I want to know what happens too.
And then now after this, he has another 10 something hours, if not a little more, for the last expansion.
See, and that's fine. Hello, Lee Snowden. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the heck out of watching him play. It's it really is a talking simulation. I have to say, there's a little bit of fighting, but it's mostly a talk sim. and it should be right up my alley.
I'm in a movie, TV series.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's called The House of the Owl. It's on Hulu, I think.
Okay.
It's a Japanese political drama.
Are they going to have it in like the United States? Because I think that one, a lot of Japanese stuff is region locked to Japan.
No, but it's I don't know. I think you can see it because if you look for the IMDb, The House of the Owl, like the bird, it's there. But my character's not on the IMDb. I checked, but my friend is. I have a Scottish friend in Thailand, and she's watching this political drama, and she was saying, "There's a character named Max," and so she says, "Oh, is it you?" And I go, "No, that's stupid." And then she continues to watch it, and the character is a Japanese guy. Then it says he went to Georgetown, and then I went, wait a minute. And then there is the head of Fox, Japan, in David Shin. He's a Korean American guy. He wrote a script, and this is like 6 years ago. He showed it to me, and then I just gave him information about all the different stories about suspicious deaths, like Japanese Epstein kind of type stuff.
Yeah.
And Fox was acquired by Disney, and they did the pilot. He never told me. He never kind of updated me and said, "Hey, I decided to make you into a character."
Interesting.
Oh wow!
So there's Matt Mora or in the thing, and so then I realized, oh shit! Like,
holy
I haven't
shit!
contacted them. I was wondering, with all this debate of you cannot use somebody's likeness and name and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right,
You can share it if you want, Brian.
I don't know if I should because I don't know exactly what is okay and what's not to say.
Okay.
However, I love how it describes Max as an American-raised conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I know. So then I haven't contacted David, the producer, the writer, and I was going to say, hey, dude, congratulations, you got your thing off there. It seems popular, but you could have at least fucking told me,
Right.
But then I thought, oh no, whenever you send any communications, maybe they send it right to lawyers, right? And they'll come back and if they react, they might, there's still things going on. So what would you tell the writers? Okay, we have to write this SOB out, okay, he contracts HIV and he's gay and in the closet and bye.
Hey Max, in the private chat, is this your actual is that your actual last name? First name?
That's my last name, yeah.
Okay, I will not.
So
I will not
share
this then.
Won't share it then. No worries.
I'm not going to.
No. It's kind of funny because if you do find like, I had this guy. He was kind of angry and he wanted to dox me and everything and threatening me. But I thought, hey, you should talk. You're the former porn actor.
Yellow Flash.
And
suddenly
and then
we know who he's talking about.
What if he does? And I'll say, well, then he'll see. I was on the board of a cybersecurity company with the former deputy director for counterintelligence at CIA. And that's what I was doing. So it's like, oh no, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, how can that get me in trouble?
I'm not gonna dox a CIA guy. That seems like a death
I don't work for CIA, but it's more
very counterintuitive. Like, let's be real.
Counterintuitive. You could say it's counterintelligence.
Yes, thank you, Brian. That was the joke.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
The
my.
following has been closed captioned for the reality impaired.
Lee Snowden. Not going to lie, that quiz yesterday was tough. Still pleased with my score of 45 out of 71, but it was tough. Yes.
45 out of 71. That's mid 40s right there.
That's there you go. It's a lot of fun. I never do well. I'm really thankful I'm one of the hosts. So because I have to put in 20 of my own questions, I don't have to count out of 71. so it makes my loss look better in comparison. But it's a lot of fun. It's like pub style trivia that we do on Sundays on Rumble. No fucks given on Rumble. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, the questions are hard. It's cool. They're hard.
Can I give you a question to ask?
Okay.
For the next one.
Sure.
I can. I'll
Yeah, send it to me in Discord because I won't remember it.
I'll send it to you, and the answer will be shocking. And
okay,
it's from Max's people.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Good luck with that.
Oh, everyone knows it. It's a meme on the internet for many years.
Yes.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
Who knows? So, since there's a couple of people here, I could probably say the answer. And
I got 2 bottles. I got 2 bottles of this. I'm not going to open them because I'm going to give one away.
Yeah.
But this is
Ooh.
This is IWJ whiskey. It's bourbon, but they put it in. I think that's pear brandy, Calvados cask finished, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't buy it. And then I don't know if you can read it. The reason why you can't buy it was made for Uncle Sam. It was made for the United States Embassy in Tokyo.
Oh, very cool.
My.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And so here's the weird story. The guys who own this IJW, most people don't know the name, but they have one of the largest inventories of bonded whiskey in the United States. And I believe they're Orthodox Jews, So, they do.
I thought Orthodox Jews didn't really drink.
One of them, they said on here, one of them, their relative, they owe their existence because during World War II, there was a Japanese consul in Lithuania, and he's ordered, you have to cooperate with their friends, the Nazi regime. But he disobeyed orders, and he wrote out about 6,000 transit visas for Jews, so they could go transit through Japan and get to the U.S. and stuff.
Huh.
So his name was Sugihara, and then
interesting.
And of course, he was kind of punished even after the war ended and Japan lost. They said, if Japan had won, he probably would have been. He could have been executed for treason or anything else, right? But he was persona non grata for the longest time. And then, I don't know, in the 70s or 80s, there's an Israeli attaché, and he kind of what happened to the guy and found the guy, and then they honored him, they gave him awards and everything, and then finally the Japanese, in modern Japan, I think it was Kono Taro's father, Yohei Kono. He was Minister of Foreign Affairs. He did an apology, like, we treated you like shit. And so the owners of this whiskey distillery, they made this whiskey, and I think the name is on here. They call it the Diplomat. So
okay,
I got 2 bottles of this.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's like the Japanese Schindler. That's the movie, by the way, Spielberg made, I think, to fulfill his thesis requirement at USC. And that was the one where they said, we're not going to sell popcorn or something. I don't know why, but, I think you should eat whatever you like,
Lee Snowden, you're totally right. I will not remember. Besides, I've got a cheat sheet. I've got 200 plus pub trivia questions and answers that I found on Google. So I'm just working down that list.
The movie with David Bowie was Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. With Tim
no,
Carter.
they're talking about. They're actually talking about Labyrinth. Dom. Dom plays movies on. It's Rumble exclusive. Hour and a half from now. He likes to play old movies, and then everyone, mutes, but chats in the chat while we're watching movies. Yeah. So if you're ever at a loss at that time, 6:30, so 7:00, 9 p.m. East or 10 p.m. Eastern. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Labyrinth is a classic.
Oh yeah, I that's one of the ones that I owned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dave,
Nice.
this is Dave.
Ah,
Nice.
That's,
Yes, that's the David Bowie that was in The Labyrinth.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant movie. One of my favorite from childhood. That and The Goonies. Yeah.
So you got some Ziggy
Nice.
Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust, yeah.
You keep showing me the weirdest shit, Max.
Wild, I'm
it's
very
David
similar
Bowie.
to you. I always lose. I'm also the
that's
token
okay.
loser every week, but it's just fun.
Yeah, I got a lot of David Bowie stuff. Oh, I got a lot of these pins. Yeah.
Bog of Eternal Stench. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
I loved that movie.
So what
My
movies
friends-
are you watching? Other than-
I don't know. We kind of watch whatever comes up right now. But like I was saying with Dom's got movies galore, and they're all old movies. So yeah, things that Brian doesn't even know exist, but some amazing movies. Yeah, it's he does it on the regular. Is it just once a week, Dom, or is it more than just the once a week? I can't remember. I think he does it more than just once, but either which way, really cool.
What about Kaiser? Are you reviewing any more movies?
No, actually, I've been working on a little project. You know,
A book?
so
Yes.
it's ongoing. It's actually just wrapped up. I've spent all day Sunday working on trying to get 2 chapters knocked out.
Is it like this book? This is a really good book.
Okay.
Okay.
It's how to use the F word.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
And it
I'm
also has a CD.
Sorry,
oh, good.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
back cover was shocking. Was there?
Oh,
Like-
Dom's telling me
Look
he does
at-
it every night. I did
So,
not know it was
Where
every
the
night,
F
Dom.
are you going? So
There
they
you
have
go.
some pictures, right?
Do
I
Japanese
love
people
it.
need this?
That's the Lone Ranger. But
I love it. You're teaching.
I really like this. I really like this.
Brian, before
Like,
you
you know who
ask
this
questions, this,
Holy F! How did that money get here? That looks like Bill Gates.
That looks a
That's
lot like
what
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
surprisingly so.
But there's some really funny. Yeah. So, damn, she's hot. Who's that?
Bill Cosby, but white.
No, Woody Allen. Close.
Oh, Woody Allen. There you go. Okay, I was
You know,
like,
he married a stepdaughter.
yeah.
Same person, but white.
Oh. Yeah.
You just go on down there and get to the booty pop.
You gotta get the doohickey and the
Okay. This is
drinking,
not
the
so good.
popping, and the glucking, and you die.
Jesus.
You fucking
Hitler?
bastard. I like that. That's a good choice.
Man.
Why? What's Charlie Chaplin?
Oh, dog.
Who
You're
were
so
you
right.
thinking, Brian? Jeez.
Yeah, I was thinking of a famous
You
Austrian
youngin'.
painter.
An
God,
Austrian
Oh,
artist.
the same guy who was buddy with Henry Ford. That guy. Oh yeah,
the one whose birthday is on 420 because he loves to blaze it.
Yeah.
420.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, you know that I have a friend, he's in his 50s. He recently retired. He's American. He retired from the US Foreign Service. And his wife, forget her name, but she's originally from Argentina, Chile.
Okay.
And she's blonde and blue-eyed. And she grew up speaking German. She lived in a community. They were all German. and,
Well, Mile's
and her grandfather, he relocated to South America around 1945, 1946.
weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, that's so
Mile is the one. He decided to do like the Americans do and declassified a bunch of shit And apparently he's got written official documents proving that Hitler made it over to Argentina and lived for another 20 years and had a couple of daughters.
So
be,
the person
I
that
mean,
you know
how they
happened
call
to
it-
have
they
a
call it-
artistic talent.
when they called Adolf Eichmann in outside of Buenos Aires in Argentina, and so that was in 1960. So there was a prosecutor, and his name was Fritz Bauer. He was Jewish, and during World War II, he was in a concentration camp. But even as a prosecutor, he wasn't. There were a lot of people who served the Third Reich, so he knew he could trust them. So he gets a letter from somebody saying, "Hey, Adolf Eichmann is living in Argentina." But if he knew if he shared it, they would just. And in fact, it kind of leaked out, and then coincidentally, the German ambassador to Argentina, and then someone in the internal affairs of Germany and prosecutor's office, they all said, "Yeah, we have intelligence that Adolf Eichmann is in Kuwait." And right away, he realized, oh, these assholes are right away. They're sweeping and they're cock blocking.
Yeah.
So he also kind of broke German law, I think. And so he reached out to the Israeli ambassador and the Mossad. And so then they went out and they first sent out a scouting mission, and they found this kind of miserable house, outside of Buenos Aires. And information has to be wrong. Like Adolf Eichmann would not live in a place like this, but actually he was because he had used a number of different identities, and then finally escaped to Argentina, and he was working in a factory. And so finally, the second time, he stepped off a bus from work, in a factory, and they kidnapped him. But the best part was they needed to establish that he was Adolf Eichmann, because he had his SS tattoo, but he buzzed it off.
Yeah.
And they're going, and the funny thing was, but he's a very precise man, very, very German. He's a German officer. So they said, well, Adolf Eichmann's SS number was 45526. And he goes, "No, it is 45326.
Oh, snap.
Wait a minute.
It's like that moment in a cartoon where you...
Yeah. I know. It was
crap.
Like, how? So, so then they had to get him out. So it happened, one of these Argentinian, National Day celebrations. So they had a delegation from Israel, Mossad guys and everything. And they drugged Eichmann. So they dressed him up like in a Israeli IDF uniform, and he's passed out in the back of a car.
So they went full weekend at Bernie's. Gotcha.
Yeah. But the other three guys in the car, they also pretended they were wasted, and so the guard looked at them and ha ha, like Nelson in Simpsons, and waved him through. So they got him onto the El Al plane, and once they got out of Argentinian airspace, they announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have in custody Adolf Eichmann. We're bringing him to Israel to face justice." So he was put on trial in 1961, and then he was found guilty, and he was executed in 1962. Yeah. So that was, but I remember that 45326, that's his SS number. And they go 45526.
Yeah.
Cheers to his execution.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
There you go.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll drink to that.
I've got a question for Kaiser. How is your
Yes.
book going?
Oh, it's actually going quite good. I was
know you
stuck
were
for a while on the 12th chapter, like right after I had finished. I had started this one, and I'm like, okay, a lot of moving parts to it, but it's I ended up splitting it up into two, and it actually worked out better. I finally just kind of pieced it out, finished it up, and so I'm on to the next one, which
that's cool.
Chapter 14 is going to be a whole lot more fun. It's one I've been looking forward to for a while. And then as soon as I finish this one, I had already pre-wrote 3 others. Those are just going to slot right in. So on top of that, and then I can kind of continue on. But definitely I'm scared because Yeah, I'm at this 14, 15, 16 chapter mark right now. If you really count like all the stuff I've written so far, it's like already over 100,000 words. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like looking at my I'm looking at my outline going, I'm not even like a fifth of the way through, and I'm already like full-size novel length. Shit.
Huh.
What am I gonna do?
More novels?
And that was the thing. We got to talking about that a while back, and say I don't want to do that. I would rather release like a Titanic super novel than break it up, because the original idea behind it, because I need limitations on myself. If I don't put limitations on myself, I have difficulty with not going hog wild, and then things get way out of proportion. So
sure,
each
that's
book
what
is
keeps you from going out of proportion.
Each book is a 3-act dramatic structure, and then each of the 3 books in the trilogy is one act of a further 3-act dramatic structure.
Right.
So while it would probably be good to split that one up, I don't want to. But I mean, it's not opposed, but it would require a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I mean, there is supposed to be like a midpoint climax in the story, but it's not like a big bombastic thing. It's a much smaller. It's pretty much the culmination of his recovery story.
Okay.
Is where he finally, we get to that point. He finally hits his recovery point, and things happen in his relationship, and that's whenever they finally go back and they can start the second act of that, or I should say the second half. The second half really kind of quickly takes off and starts accelerating more into the action, the intrigue, and a lot of the what's going to end up happening with the penultimate climax, where he has to become essentially step into the mantle that he didn't really expect to do, and now he's forced into this leadership role, and he has to do it. Otherwise there's nothing left, so it's an all or nothing situation. But
AP saying there's a self-publisher ad he sees on YouTube. Can't remember the name or if it's any good, but he saw it yesterday.
I'm still undecided on how I want to do that. I mean, I still haven't even found an editor.
Yeah, you need I would say Robert Whiting, he's the author, my friend. He would argue whether it's fiction or nonfiction, you need a really good editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been reading a lot of those Korean mangas recently, and it's blaring how poor some of these editors are, because I've been finding typos everywhere, and I can barely read. So if I'm finding them, I wonder what other people are seeing.
Yeah.
It's jarring, frankly. So like a good editor is really, really important.
Yeah. I keep going back, and with like the Adobe Acrobat reader thing where it will actually read your writing back to you. I keep hearing it. And so I find grammatical and spelling mistakes that I don't normally pick up on reading it, because it's like one letter difference off, but auditorily it changes. I'm like, okay, I can go and fix that real quick. Or sometimes as I'm just kind of listening to it, I'm more just in the vibe, listening to what's going on. And then I can be like, okay, wait a minute. I mentioned this, just very shortly ago. I need to, take this one out, leave that one in, readjust that. It's a constant thing. I'm probably going to get bored of it by the time I actually get done. But I'm also still in that mindset of like, if I can't enjoy if I don't enjoy reading what I'm writing, I'm not doing it right.
Yeah.
So if I can't go back to my own book and actually listen to it and enjoy the story, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. That's always just kind of been my MO. So I just hope that other people like it whenever I finally get this damn thing published.
I think you're going to be okay with that. I'm hooked. So
yeah, you've got a little bit of a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I'm really, really upset right now, because apparently I was telling these guys last week, and I got really bored one day, and I just said, hey, for character art and stuff like that. I wanted to just plug the character descriptions into ChatGPT and see what images it gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran out of credits like that. And I'm like, I have to wait a fucking month now for.
Oh no.
So yeah,
What?
one of the.
ChatGPT? Oh
Yeah.
I bought the paid version. It's only $22 a month.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. However, you never get, just like with emails and stuff like that, because I have this procrastination block, and you never ought to just put something in and then whatever you receive. The only thing that makes sense is even just an email. It took, I probably looked at 17 different iterations. I went, no, I want to add this. No, I want to say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see on those forums like Reddit and stuff, or any output, that it just smells of a ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you could figure out. Yeah, you could figure it out really quick.
And so I think the trick is you want it to, to a certain degree, you can train it, and you can say, be very direct. Like, I don't talk like that. Just strip it out, and they'll do it. And sometimes they get, I think, almost too cute. Like I don't need, like in business emails, I don't need this kind of what do you call it? Platitudes. Like, oh, that's really, that scene from Pulp Fiction when Quentin Tarantino goes, I don't need you to tell me that my coffee's good. I know it's fucking good. You know why?
Yeah.
You don't buy that supermarket shit. And so I don't.
I was going to say, do you see dead parking?
Damn, Jimmy, this is some good shit.
Do you see a sign saying
this
is dead?
No.
Digger, our friend, pardon.
Yes. You see that?
So
see the sign on my door that says blah.
Yeah.
That was I like Winston Wolfe. That was Harvey Keitel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Michael Madsen passed away last week. Oh,
I saw that.
Wait, what? Michael Madsen? Really?
Yeah,
Madsen. Yeah, Michael Madsen. Yeah.
Oh, no way. And then Julian McMahon just died like a couple days ago. That was wild. I remember I've been watching him since Charmed.
Charmed. Oh God.
Yeah, he was on Charmed for like 3-4 years. He was the good bad guy. Oh, shut up. You're too young to understand. Charmed was a great show.
No, my brother loved the fuck out of that show. I got stuck watching that show a lot. That show sucked.
Oh, really? Oh, I love that show. I rewatched it and I still enjoyed it.
I was.
You know what, Digger? You just go right ahead and you enjoy that show.
I will. I was so disappointed in what happened to Alyssa Milano. She and I are of the same age. We came up watching the same shit, and she has turned into such a woke idiot on Twitter. It's horrendous. I'm so disappointed. But yeah, Julian McMahon passed. I did not know Michael Madsen had passed. That's like, yeah.
You remember that dance he did to Steelers wheels? Stuck in the middle.
Yes.
It's psychotic. After that, I went to buy myself a pair of cowboy boots and stick in a razor razor in there. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. So I talking about sneak peeks. 2.5 weeks ago, I got to wrestle with a fat Japanese guy who got caught taking upskirt photos in Tokyo.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
He took photos up a girl's skirt. I didn't know that, but Meme Copium, Josh, he was in Tokyo for 3 days filming.
Yeah,
like an expensive night out and a cheap night out, and he treated me to a really nice dinner. It was like Kobe beef,
Nice.
And we walked out enjoying the evening in Shibuya, holding hands. No, we weren't. But
visited a pink bar too.
No. Oh, wait. We did go to a bar. We did go to this bar. I forgot. It's called The Whales of August. I think that's a Japanese name of a film. And you go to this film bar, and you go, you tell them a movie, and they make you a drink, and it's
Oh,
and,
cool.
and even if it's not on their list, they look it up and they figure it out. And in the beginning, you're kind of skeptical, but it makes sense rather than somebody just making up a drink,
Yeah.
Then you're going, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense. And so then
I have
you're
a few that would test
you're
their knowledge.
challenging them, and it's not that expensive, but you're putting them away.
Yeah.
So anyway, we walk in after into a what gachapon is? Those are the round clear things. Well, there's a store in Shibuya near the crossing.
Ooh.
And it's a whole store. So we walk in. As we walk in, I'm still outside, I think. And two Japanese guys, a big fat guy and a smaller guy, are just fighting. And I'm going, all right, it's a fight. But then I thought, oh, maybe it's a shoplifter. The fat guy is a shoplifter. But the small guy is doing like high school judo. Like he's like now throwing him down, but he wasn't doing any finishing moves. So the big fat guy would get up again and then throw him down, and they're literally going down the street, And then I go, hey, what's up, buddy? And the guy goes, this son of a bitch was doing an upskirt video, of my girlfriend or something like that. And he's going to apprehend him. So, but it looked like that it wasn't going to happen. So I said, hey, buddy, you need any help? And
Is that considered assault in Japan? What? Trying to apprehend a person because you guys don't have the right to self-defense.
No, it's not like that. So I'll explain. So I went down and I put him into a really shitty, low-quality headlock, right?
Sure.
And then I thought, I'm going to punch him in the face. I go, oh, I shouldn't punch him because blood will come out. And so then I just cranked his neck really hard and softened him up. And then the little guy could then put him in a sitting position. And then I'm thinking, the guy's still going to get away. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll break his ankle. And he tried kicking me. I said, you do that one more time, buddy, I'm going to break your ankle. And then I didn't know this at the time, but Josh is there filming,
Oh, yeah.
Soft boy, big white soft boy. And he goes,
He's the world star.
Don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. At that moment, there's this brown guy. I think he was one of the British-born Indians from the UK or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so he walked over and he goes, you shouldn't do that. And I told him, F off, you freaking foreigner. You come from some shithole countries like the UK. He's probably an English teacher. I didn't say any of that because that would be racist, okay?
Right. But you're thinking it. That's fine.
No, I am racist, but I just wasn't racist.
Yeah. Out loud.
Yeah. So all I said, but yeah, buddy. Okay. And then I realized no one had called the police, so I called the 110. In Japan, it's 110 for 911.
Okay, yeah.
The operator's going like, "Oh, so where are you from?" And I go, "Hey, I don't want to date you. You should get the cops over." And at that moment, like this, I think it was a keychain, like dropped from the guy, like a metallic object. And I said, "Hey, I'm not making this up. A sharp metallic object dropped from the guy," which tells, I said it's tiny like my penis, but very sharp. And I didn't say that, but I did say, he could. I'm not saying he has, but he could have a weapon because he's fat and he could hide.
He can conceal that shit.
Yeah.
Well, to the fat. And anyway,
you got all the extra pockets. I mean, I know all about that.
Yeah.
Finally, a cop came over, and then I just kind of said, "Okay, are we good here?" Yeah. And then, actually, to my relief, these two girls, they're dressed like maids or something, trendy, whatever. And I was going, "Oh, great. Okay, those are the two victims." The reason why is the operator kept asking me, "Do you see the two victims?" Because I thought, what if, this happened, and the victims went off, right? Then
Nothing.
And so then I got out of there very quickly, and then Josh videotaped me celebrating and doing a gay dance. Yeah. I didn't realize it, but I was talking in character, so I wasn't talking like normally. I was going, "Oh, so it was like this," like the goofy, like Chinky Eye Joe.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until I saw the
I'll
video.
be right back. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize it was like Chinky Eye Joe. And so then and then that was it. And yeah, so it was an adventure. Yeah.
I bet.
If I ever get to come to Japan, will you show me around, Max? So I don't get fucking lost.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So here's the thing. People were making fun of Josh, like how come he didn't step in, or even the brown guy, because I said they're visibly foreign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, what would you see? You see a big white guy, like Josh is like 6'4" or 6'3".
Holy shit, he's tall.
He's tall, and
Yeah.
he's short compared to Legal Mindset. Andrew's like 6'6" or 6'7". Right?
Yeah, dude's
Really?
huge. Yeah.
So they, the people gathered around, they go, "Oh, foreigners, white guy is beating up on a porn." Even if the Japanese guy is big and fat, more like Ethan Ralph, we're kind of round. It would, they would
rotund.
and so I needed to get out of there too, because I didn't want to stay. They had my name because of the 110 call and everything, and my number. And the reason why I had a gay man purse, a sling bag, right?
Yeah.
And and sling bag is a pencil case. Where is it?
Oh.
Okay, so I have this oh shit. I have this sling bag, right?
Mm.
And then I just didn't want, like, say you're in the station, right? And you're giving your statement, and they want to cross their T's and dot their I's and everything. And then I have a pencil case. It's leather. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And it actually has pens and pencils in it. But it also has
Yes.
It's
For sharpening it. You're sharpening your pencils with it, right?
You're
It's a pencil sharpener, obviously.
Yeah.
The law changed in Japan, and the maximum length of the blade can only be 6 centimeters, and this one is a lot longer. It's
know something about 6 centimeters, don't you, Max?
Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
See, I stole this from work too.
So you get like about just under 2 inches.
It's not the department store. It's Eaton truck components now.
Nice.
Over 2 inches.
And so I didn't like.
I think
you would have
it's
to
about
be
the
a
same
retard
length
to
as
show
Chicago
this,
knife.
but I just didn't want to go down that path, so I wanted to get the hell out of there.
Mm.
So that was our adventure. Big adventure in Little Tokyo. Yeah.
Oh, be well, D. What?
Later, D. What?
Bye, D. What?
You have fun. Actually, we should. Now is a good time as any to call it. We're right at the 2-hour mark. So I will call it here. It's been a blast, you guys, and thank you, AP, for stopping in at the beginning. That was great. Wherever you are, enjoy yourself. Have a great evening. I will be on with Johnny Just Kidding LLC again Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then I will be on with Mighty Meat, Rumble only, at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time Wednesday. So we'll see you guys there. Have a great one. Thanks, you guys, for coming and joining. Oh, yeah.
Topics change from day to day. Science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. Nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and dig a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.